Why it's important to share my content. What's good, y'all? I am Lonnie Appleton, and if you have a couple of minutes, I have a couple of messages. Y'all, I've been trying to sleep since 5 a.m. It is currently 9:05, and my mind has been downloading like crazy. Like, if I could show you the notes in my phone, it's just like, my guys was like, oh, you want to save the community? You want to save the families? I'm going to give you something to give them. So I'm about to start uploading what I received this morning. Just this morning, it's freaking crazy. And I can't sit on it because then it just gets backed up and just more and more. I had to get up. I was caught between lay here in the space where I can receive and download or get up and start delivering. But the reason why I feel it's important to share my content is these messages. If I say something that resonates with you, chances are it's going to resonate with someone else. But how will they ever know if you don't share it? Share with your network. We have been programmed to be so selfish to receive something for ourselves and then just walk away. But then when we see some messed up stuff out there, we're like, ooh, I can look at this, look at this. But we need to reprogram ourselves into sharing things that help each other. Word on the curb, TikTok in China is all educational stuff, all progressive stuff, all things to help move the community forward. And when I say community, I mean the whole country. Because they move like a unit over there. I used to teach little Bao Bao, so I believe that their TikTok is all educational because they got to edge in entertainment when they can. But our TikTok is all party and BS. And then when someone comes around who's teaching something, their views are low. I average about 400 to 500 views per video, which is beautiful. I love it because on my other page, I get like 50. But I know I could get more views, which means more of this knowledge and information that fed your spirit can feed other people's spirit, and we could really start moving in the numbers that we need to move in. More views mean more people helped. I help more people by you sharing the content. So please, if you find value in any of my videos, even if it's my kids playing, even if it's me and my husband going back and forth and sharing an intimate moment, showing that two people can truly enjoy each other's company, even if it's just a video of me showing how we enjoy each other as a family, how we work through conflict together, anything. If it inspires you, please copy the link and share it. It's a small thing you can do to help grow our network, and it's a small thing to help grow your network. You're not just helping feeding me, you're helping feeding you. We are all part of the collective. So let's go. Let's talk suggest-a-telling. What's good, y'all? I'm Lonnie Appleton. If you have a couple of minutes, I have a couple of messages. My mom was the queen of suggest-a-telling. This is a term that I have coined in relation to my mother because she would be suggesting it, but she's telling you. Therefore, she is suggest-a-telling. Yesterday, we were about to go buy some flowers for my friend because she just lost her father. And I was in the garage priming my pieces, and when Dre got home, he was like, you ready? I was like, yeah. And I got ready to go get in the car. My hands are covered in primer, but I'm an artist, so I'm used to being covered in paint or dust or something, and I just go. I don't care. Maybe I should, but I don't. Check back tomorrow. That may change. But anyway, Dre turns around and he looks at me and he's like, are you gonna wash your hands? And I'm like, no. And he goes in the house, and that's the end of the conversation. But I stop and I think. I was like, for Dre to ask me if I'm going to wash my hands, that means he would want me to wash my hands. And even though I'm comfortable with my hands looking like this, it would be a better presentation if my hands weren't covered in gray primer. So I go inside and wash my hands. The reason why I tell this story and I bring up suggest-a-telling is quite often in our relationships, our spouses are suggest-a-telling us all the time. They're saying things in a suggestive manner, but they're actually telling us to do something. Now, they're saying it in a suggestive manner because it doesn't matter enough to them to tell you to do it. But it's something that they would like you to do. If it wasn't, they wouldn't be suggesting it. So as the receiver of the suggest-a-telling, it's up to us to decide to avoid future conflict or choosing to make our spouses comfortable. We can make ourselves a little uncomfortable to make our spouses comfortable. And in that little bit of uncomfortableness, I'm helping myself. It's good that my hands are clean and they're not covered in primer. I was just gonna rub them together and rub it off my fingertips, you know. I'm a work in progress. So usually when someone is suggested telling us something, it's something that's beneficial to us, and the only reason why we're resisting it is because somebody's suggested telling us to do something. We're leaning on the telling side. Ain't nobody gonna tell me to do nothing. If I wash my hands, it's because I chose to wash my hands, not because you told me to. But if we could stop resisting things that, yeah, somebody asked us to do something, but it's actually helping us, we could actually help ourselves. And in helping ourselves, we're avoiding conflict with our spouses. More peace in the home sounds like a good thing to me. R. Kelly is the rule, not the exception. What's good, y'all? I'm Lonnie Appleton. You have a couple of minutes, I have a couple of messages. All right, y'all, hear me out. Yesterday, I was watching Belly, and there's a scene between Keisha and this young girl who presents as 16. She says she's 16, and we can assume that's her age per the character. And she's calling, or she's paging, and so Keisha calls, and she's like, who is this? This is so-and-so. Who is this? This is Keisha. Why you paging my man? Ooh, Keisha, I done heard all about you. I hear about you while I'm sucking your man. What? Turns out, in all of this conversation, old girl says, I'm only 16, so we can't have sex yet, but I could give them. How many hands did this movie go through and nobody saw a problem with that line? No one saw a problem with the grown-ass man, Tommy, played by DMX. I think that's his name. Don't get caught up on the fact that I don't know these names. It's the first time I saw the movie. Y'all took my black card when I didn't know how to wobble, so I ain't worried about none of y'all. But how is this grown man, we're not having sex, I just give him head? And we've been messing around since I was younger. And Keisha goes to the shower to cuss Tommy out. Not about messing with a 16-year-old. That went over everybody's head. No, she cusses him out for getting his by another female. The over-sexualization of our girls has been happening under our noses forever, but we don't get upset until they tell us to get upset. If you listen to the lyrics of these songs, they have been telling us for eons that they've been messing with underage girls. But we don't get upset until they tell us to get upset. Our young black girls are not protected, so don't pretend that you're upset. Because if you truly were upset, you would have been upset when Tommy was letting that 16-year-old girl. Somebody would have stopped that line and said, hey, that's Hey, that's that. Hey, that's not cool. That's my little sister. That's my daughter. Let's not continue to promote culture. So, people are like, Lonnie, why aren't you mad at R. Kelly and blah, 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 and that's a whole nother conversation. But what I'm saying is, if you want to be mad at R. Kelly, you got to be mad at the entire industry because everybody out there is this culture has been going down forever. Rick Ross sat there and said it in your face. She ain't even know it. So if we canceling people, we need to cancel every fucking body because they all wrong. And it's time they get called on it. But I'm still gonna consume it because I'm a hypocrite.